Since Donald Trump was sworn in as President of the United States, there have been countless articles and even books written by medical professionals discussing Donald Trump's mental health and the fact that he's probably not mentally stable enough to actually be President of the United States. However, very little up until recently has been said about Donald Trump's overall physical health. We know during the campaign he had that weird-looking crackpot come out claiming to be a doctor, saying that Donald Trump was probably the healthiest person he's ever seen. Well, as it turns out, he's really not. And a Wall Street analyst who has a very large Twitter following was recently interviewed where he talked about the fact that Donald Trump's physical health should be a cause of concern, not just for Republicans, but for the actual Trump family if they indeed do care about their father's health. Here are some of the things that we know about Donald Trump's health, and these have been confirmed by Secret Service officials speaking with reporters. Trump is at least 50 pounds overweight. He loathes exercise. He uses a golf cart to get around, and he actually had trouble walking up a hill with other world leaders at a recent G10 summit. They said that he's never seen him eat a piece of fruit. He rarely, if ever, eats vegetables. He loves burgers and fries, specifically McDonald's and other fast food restaurants. And in fact, Secret Service officials have had to go out and pick him up McDonald's when the White House chef can't get his burgers right. That's another story that came out this week. And he only sleeps 4 hours a night, which is bad for any human being. Here's why this is actually an issue. I'm not just saying the guy's a fat slob. I mean, most of the things that that I just listed here could probably be applied to myself as well. However, I'm not as angry all the time as Donald Trump, believe it or not. And that's where the real problem comes in. When you're 50 pounds overweight, when you do not exercise, when you're not getting enough sleep, your body starts to go into kind of a panic mode. And then when you add on top of that the fact that you're angry all the time, which other reports have confirmed, then you're looking at a real possible situation of either a heart attack, a stroke, or both. Donald Trump has to calm himself down, start eating right, and I hate to sound like a high school gym teacher here, but he's got to take care of his body if he thinks he's going to make it 4 years as President of the United States. We're less than 1 year in, and Donald Trump has already shown how irate and unhinged he gets anytime there's any kind of news that's not flattering to him. And when you couple in the fact that the guy is 50 pounds overweight, he doesn't exercise, can barely walk up a hill, that is a recipe for disaster for any American citizen, for any human being. It doesn't have to be an American citizen. But here's my advice to Ivanka, Eric, Don Jr., Bannon. I assume you guys probably care about your father. I mean, maybe. Bannon probably does because he's too young to be a greedy piece of crap like the other three. However, if you really cared about him, you would probably do something about this. You would probably say, hey, Dad, maybe lay off the McDonald's a little bit. Let me go make us a fresh kale salad. But you won't because you want that inheritance. And as soon as he kicks the bucket from his horrible lifestyle habits, you get even more money. So I don't think the Trump family is going to step up and be the ones to tell their dad, hey, please start taking care of yourself. But we shouldn't wish ill on anyone. That's, bad form here. But I will say that overall, the issue of Donald Trump's physical health is going to start becoming more and more of an issue for him, especially if we expect him to keep pace with other world leaders, perhaps like Canada's Justin Trudeau. Good-looking guy, he's in shape, physically fit. And compare that with what we have in the White House, and it's just another reason to consider Donald Trump one of the biggest embarrassments to the United States that we have today. Thanks for watching, and if you like what you see here on Ring of Fire, we encourage you to subscribe to our channel. You can see the little subscribe button down there, but if you're watching it on another device where you can't see it, go to youtube.com/TheRingOfFire, hit subscribe, be notified every time we get a new video.